Welcome back, everyone.
Man, I hit the button again. Didn't do anything. What is happening? Oh, wait. It's thinking. It's thinking hard. Oh, yeah, it did it. It did it. Just took a long time to start that recording. That was really weird. Hi. So I will tell you, last night I had my first due working fire.
Oh, really?
As an officer, yeah.
How was it? Were you scared?
Fire. No, I was more scared of screwing up something. Like,
yeah, that's what I meant. Like, were you?
I was definitely scared of screwing up some stuff, and everything did not go perfectly, but it went fine. Like, there was like little things here and there, but even my chief talked to me about it afterwards. He was like, "No, this is this went good, and like this you could have done a little bit differently, but no." So thank God it went well, because I fucking stress myself out about that shit all the time, and worry about what I'm gonna fuck up. And I've definitely made fuck ups before, but this was my first due working fire in the basement. I will tell you, I've never been in a real fire in the basement before, especially not as the officer in charge of everything. Holy shit, you could see absolutely zero. So
I bet so.
Just get down the basement stairs where the homeowner says that the fire's at. Basement separated into 3 different rooms, and the fire was in one of the side rooms that was closed off. All it was smoke. You couldn't see like your hand in front of your face. So it was literally feeling around walls. And it took us a solid 5 minutes to find the right door. And because we went into this one back area of the basement. There's no windows in this basement. Turns out there were, but it was.
In a case like this,
windows.
You don't want to open the window, right? Because oxygen will cause the fire to...
So depending on how big the fire is. Like, we wanted to have some way to see, like, once we found the fire and put a knock on it, we needed to ventilate so we could see better. And we still couldn't get to the windows. We still couldn't find the windows. They found it from the outside because you could see them and broke them open, but they still wasn't ventilating, because what it was, I guess the guy had just moved into this house and literally had boxes. So it was really recessed windows in this basement, and just those little teeny high up ones.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of boxes that were blocked in front of him because he was just storing stuff before he had unpacked. So that's why we couldn't find them throughout the basement. But it took us a solid 5 minutes to get to before there was like 2 crews down there. It was my crew and a tower crew, and we were walking around. Everybody's like, check any door, get to any wall, find anything you can, because all it is just filled with smoke. We know there's a fire down here somewhere.
I just imagine you running through there with the axe breaking shit at this point. Is that what y'all were doing?
No, because it was too dangerous to just be breaking shit, because you're not going to break a wall. Like, you're going to, I guess in theory, at some point we might have started trying to break into walls to try to see if it was in the wall. But we knew that there was other rooms down here, and it was just trying to find where the doors were at. And finally, I get to a wall that we hadn't been to before, and I kind of feel my way around it, and I'm like, oh shit, a door, and I pushed it open, and right up in the ceiling is just this fucking burning fire up in the
what caused
right
it?
Up in the ceiling. It looked like an electrical box, like shorted out, and because the electrical box was completely burned up, and then 2 lights on the same panel had like singe marks all around them in the ceiling. Once we got it ventilated, we could see. So it looks like some type of electrical short caused.
See, that shit terrifies me, because there's no preventative measure you can do other than having your fire alarms and those sort of things. But there's nothing you can do. You can't it's almost like, getting cancer or something. You can't constantly check every cell in your body to know whether or not you're getting cancer. And it feels the same way with your house. You can't constantly know it's something about to burst into flames.
Yeah, I mean, basically at that point, it's about having the right prevention measures in place.
Yeah.
Have smoke alarms in the right places so that if something does happen, and the homeowners, they did have smoke alarms in there, and the homeowners called it in. They got out, and because smoke alarms went off. They went to go in the basement, and fucking smoke flooded, and they're like, fuck, peace out, call 911.
Right.
Which is good. So we knew on arrival that everybody was out of the house. They told us that. So that was always a good thing.
Now, how much damage was done in the house at this point? And was there more damage from fire or you guys?
So the basement had probably more damage from us, because after we got the fire out, you had to rip into the ceiling and see, because it was in studs in the ceiling. So you had to rip down a lot of the ceiling to see if the fire was spreading anywhere. And the fire burned hot enough at one point there was a water pipe, and it burst the water pipe. So not only did we damage the house also with water, but it burst the water pipe. So the water pipe was constantly just going off the whole time. after a while. Not enough to put out the fire that was in the ceiling, but it was just still dripping water. And I felt so bad because clearly this person just had boxes and boxes and boxes of their stuff, like all still packed up.
Oh Lord! So it just all got destroyed by the water.
It got destroyed by the water. Yeah, not as much by the fire, but by the smoke. I guarantee that shit is just, it's a smoke sale. Like, you're not going to be able to wear those clothes again if there were clothes in those boxes. Like, they're just going to be disgustingly covered with.
You don't think you can wash them and get that out?
Nah, it'll be difficult. That's
really?
why department stores and stuff, they have like, they call them fire sales or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they can't really sell those clothes anymore for normal price, even because there's nothing you can really do to get that smell out of them.
I didn't realize that because I know, like, my mom, anytime my mom mails me clothes, or like she'll mail like my daughter an Easter basket or something like that, and it smells to high heaven of nicotine. But
yeah,
go like 3 washes and it's okay, sort of thing.
Yeah,
so I would assume it'd be the same with that, but I guess not.
Maybe they'll be okay. There was so much smoke. I'm saying, and it's so interesting because as a firefighter for so long, I've never been in such a smoke-filled environment for so long, having to be in my full gear, breathing air for like the solid. We sucked our cylinders dry before we had to leave. Granted, we had it ventilated by then, so we didn't actually have to go back in after that. But we were in there for a solid like 45 minutes, and it was funny because at first I was breathing like really heavy, trying to think like, shit, I've never been in this situation before. I've never been like in charge.
Yeah, down
here in a place that I can't see. Breathing, like if something happens and I start to have like a panic attack and rip my mask off, I'm gonna die from like inhaling all this carcinogens that are down here.
What kind of training goes into the prevention of that? Because that's got to be a big thing that y'all make sure everyone is very aware of, right? Like,
well, you make sure they're aware of it. And I guess it was funny because probably about 10 minutes into the incident, even though I was like tired and sweaty and all that stuff, I was like calm. I was like, this like feels right. This feels like my place. I will tell you something though. A bunch of people, whenever box tones go out in the house, anybody who's in the house, you'll just fucking flood into the engine, whether they're riding or not, which is bullshit. But you don't really have time in the heat, especially when you're first due, because you need to get out there and get there quickly to like tell everybody not to jump on. Hey, if they got on fast enough, whatever they got on. A lieutenant jumps in, so it's a rank over me. He was there doing some training. He jumped in, apparently came inside. I didn't even notice he came inside because he didn't try to like take control or anything, which is nice because some people would just jump in and try to take control when it's not their fire. He was just kind of there, like, kind of basically checking it out, seeing how things went, like, and then he eventually just walked out of the house, which was fine. But after we come out of the house and the last fire that I was the driver on, that got really fucked up on the inside. I'm glad I wasn't the officer there because that one went really, really, really poorly. And a lot of our chiefs don't want the guy who was the officer to even ever ride as the officer again because of how poorly that went.
Wow.
The guy that was behind him who didn't get to the fire because they didn't get to the right floor to even go see the fire. He was the guy on the line who got to get real fire this time. So, we walked outside. He was like, oh, awesome, man. Like, you got us in there. Thanks. We got to the fire this time. We're all excited to have like a good old time. And
that's such a weird thing to me. Yeah, man, that guy's house almost burned the fuck down. That was fun, right?
Yeah. It's just like, as EMTs, and sometimes we're just like, man, I can go for a good car wreck right now. It's like,
God.
You don't want to see somebody injured, but hell, if they're going to get injured, why not it be while I'm doing it? Like,
it's just,
it's one of those type of things. But the lieutenant, we're outside, we're talking about it, and he's got a lot of experience. He's also a career firefighter in one of the other counties. So he was like, oh, tell me about this, tell me about that. He was just trying to like do a training moment, which is fine. I enjoy those training moments. Like, look at what we just did. Tell me what you think was right, what I could have done better on, like the steps, just anything that happened in the scenario. And it's always nice too when things didn't really go wrong, so you don't really have much critique, but you can, okay, this still could have gone better, but it's not like critiquing you in a bad way. It's just like constructive criticism stuff, which I'm a firm believer in. And all of a sudden, so we saw, she's like, okay, tell me about when you got down to the basement, how'd you find the fire and this and that, and then tell him getting around and push the door open, and he's like, okay, cool, good job, and then he goes, and you're welcome. And I was like, you're welcome for what? And he's like, because I got you to that fire. And I was like, huh? And he's like, I'm the one who opened for you and showed you where the fire was. I said, no, you fucking did not. I was like, I'm the one who found the door. I pushed it open. I was like, there's the fire. And I called our lineman over to get over there. I was like, don't you dare fucking take this away from me. And he goes, well, I must have been standing right next to you then.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, what the fuck is this all about all of a sudden? Like, wait a minute here. Like, for one, you shouldn't have even been in there. You were nowhere around. Why are you all of a sudden trying to, like, tell me you're welcome, by the way, because I got you to something that you had nothing to fucking do with? Like, what is wrong with people?
Did he back down, or did he just fucking...
He backed down and said, oh, I must have been right next to you then. That was where he immediately backed down to. Like, you start by saying... You're welcome. I opened the door and showed you the fire, to me saying, no, you fucking did. Well, I must have been right next to you then. How is that even like a logical place to jump to?
Yeah. Wow. Like, I wonder how often he does that too. Like,
don't you dare fucking take this shit away from me. Like, it's my first new fire. You are not going to try to tell me, like, now I feel like you're my sister. God damn it. Like, what is wrong with people? I'm so mad.
Oh, that's really funny. God.
But yeah,
so does that do anything for you in terms of like...
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it shows. The one nice thing is one of our chiefs, who's a really critical chief, was there. And, besides the couple things that we talked about that could have been better, and one of them that had nothing to do with... I mean, we did have one of our brand new firefighters was on the engine that night, and she was just like, she was frantic and screaming, and not because she was afraid, but she was just super excited. She was like, water, we need water, give us water.
Oh my God.
Literally screaming like that. And he like pulled us both to the side. He's like, let's talk about this screaming thing here. And because I'm the one in charge, so it's my responsibility too, but it wasn't something that I had done. So granted, it's still like my fault in a way, but he was coaching me, but counseling her, I guess would be the way to put it, like in the way that he was doing it. So besides talking about things like that, like but this really critical chief now like knows that I do know, despite I fucked up in front of him multiple times before on other things that weren't nearly as critical, but could have been a problem. And so now he knows, like, he has more respect for me now, so it helps me out in that respect. But nothing.
Gotcha.
No, it doesn't do anything for you except that I now actually have true experience, and it doesn't make you perfect by any means, but it is really hard to ride the sea. I've been an officer for a long time. I've gone to multiple fires. I've been to a few first due box alarms that were food on the stove or something that was not a real fire. Like this was a real working basement fire that I was in charge of, that I haven't ever had before. That's been to real fires before that I was not in charge of. I was either like third, fourth, or fifth due, so we didn't actually do nearly as much.
Yeah,
we weren't on the insides. The other big fire that I did was the big apartment fire, but I was the driver. So big working fire, but I succeeded as the driver in getting water to the building and everything exactly like I was supposed to. But our crew on the inside fucked up pretty bad. So even though I did fine, they, it still is looked at. Nobody's like, man, that engine driver did awesome. It's that engine crew fucked up,
right?
Type of deal. Oh,
something has changed in our mob spawner.
Are you in the?
I finally got enough books to finish building this damn thing out over here. Built it out. A creeper fell down the tube and exploded. And then another creeper fell down the tube.
Mob spawner?
The skeleton, yeah.
You think it's a part of a prank? Is it Infotet?
I don't know.
You know what? I read the book when I got back. It did say if we disturbed the remains or whatever, like the 5 plagues would start. I wonder if...
Is this the first of the plagues?
Is it the creeper plague? The famous creeper plague? Well,
he definitely blew up the damn spawner in the books I just made.
Wait, he blew up the spawner itself?
Well, not the spawner. This area where we kill the skeletons.
All those books. All the things we've been
that's the thing I'm most upset about is the books that I finally have gotten enough books over here to make the whole enchanting table.
How the disenchanters work. We have books from the 50s.
I don't think there is a such thing. I think you've made this up, to be honest.
No, there's a disenchanter now.
I don't believe
it's
you.
It's in 1.14. It's in modded, but I think it's a 1 in 1.4. Oh shit, I'm getting shot at. Hold on. Oh my god, I'm getting shot at. Ooh. Who you be, skeleton? Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Yeah, a bunch of
Hold on,
skeletons came out after everything blew up.
Oh yeah. There'd be a lot of them.
I think I've killed most of them.
Okay. Let me escape. Minecraft disenchanter. Disenchantger. Apparently, it's the grindstone. Usage. No, this is not. Wait, what?
Making shit up.
Only 2 damaged items in the same thing. Durability is up to max. A single enchanted book or weapon can be placed in either slot, which removes the non-cursed enchantments. Hold on. Which removes the non-cursed enchantment, returning an amount of experience for each without repairing it. Oh, wait. So it just pulls things off to give you the experience of it?
I knew you were making shit up.
I'm trying to... Hold on. No, there's got to be more to this, right? A single enchanted book or weapon can be placed in either input slot, which earning an amount of experience for each without repairing it or sacrificing another item. But can we disenchant some of those books that we don't? Then in a grindstone?
I don't think so.
Do we have a grindstone over there?
Yeah. No, there's one right beside you.
Right beside me?
Yeah.
A grindstone?
Uh-huh.
Why would there be one over there? Let me go grab some of the books from...
Because we've been using the grindstone to make slabs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
There's probably one over here, too.
Why haven't we been enchanting the slabs?
Use enchanted slabs?
Yes, just enchanted slabs.
There's probably one up here, too, though.
Yeah, let me get over to...
no, I guess we must have moved the one we had over there, I guess. Because there's not one up here.
It's fine. Like, Depth Strider would be a good one. Silk Touch is a good one. I want to find something that is terrible that we don't want at all. Like if we just have Bane of Arthropods. Let's What is a quick charge? That's for that spear thing too, right?
Maybe.
And some of these books are pretty good.
I don't understand where mobs keep spawning over here. It makes me so angry.
Bane of Arthropods 4 is a single book that we have. And Power 4, I mean, I guess is something we don't really... Do you have a bow with Power 4 on it already?
No.
No. Well, then I'll leave that one. There's more Power 4s.
There's another creeper.
We'll test this on both of these. In the mob farm?
No. But I don't know where they're coming from.
I mean, you think it's info test?
It is. It's gotta be. Damn guy. I'm really salty that the enchanting table got blown up. Or not the table, but...
I was like, it did? Are you by the bed and is Breon...
Brian's got a cameraman on now too. Yeah, well, I guess the man's in spectator mode, so maybe. I'm not near bed though. I can come over there to you.
I won't tell him to sleep then. That's fine. Hold on. We're gonna go. I have 5 levels right now. I have 2 books. Bane of Arthropods. Oh, this is a stone. This is a stone cutter, not a grindstone.
Oh, you know what? I bet the grindstone is over here then. I did think it was weird that you would use that to do anything with enchants.
That's what I was thinking. That's kind of weird, like making slabs and it disenchants as well.
Oh yeah, repair and disenchant over here.
Kind of weird. What else would you use a disenchanter for unless you have like a fishing farm or something like that?
Well, the way it sounded like if you find armor with like Curse of Vanishing, that sort of thing, you can take it.
Well, it says it can't remove the cursed stuff.
Oh, does it?
It
Okay.
only remove non-cursed enchantment.
No, I see.
So is it this guy? Okay, so if I put Bane of Arthropods, I'll get back a normal book.
That's a weird sound.
And I didn't give me like anything though. Here's a book.
Good job.
It didn't seem to give me any of that XP. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. I saw it. I saw it pop out and go into.
I didn't give me any XP though. Like my XP didn't move.
Maybe it's because you have so much. Well, that would make sense though.
I have 5.
I got a bunch. Well, I didn't get a bunch, but I got some off of this book.
I got 0. Like it literally did not move.
Huh.
Here, take that other book though. But yeah, I guess it disenchants these books. Like one way to get books.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Since I blew all the ones I had up.
It's just, I thought the disenchanter would be a little bit more useful.
Well, it's not modded.
To, like strip off. I thought you'd be able to like strip off. Yeah, can I see one of those books actually? Where you at? I just want to see something with it.
Or the non ones.
No, I need a non. Yeah, non. I just want to see if I put like my pick in there with it, with the book, with a blank book. Does it? Okay. I didn't know if it somehow was like
put it on the book, that kind of thing.
Put it on the book. Like I thought that's what it was for, but apparently not. Where'd you go?
I left. You still in a chest. There's creepers over here.
Oh, who'd have thought? After all this complaining you've done about creepers over there.
I just don't understand. He's on a torch. Man standing on a torch. Where did he come from?
I mean, he spawned on the torch.
Yeah.
Man,
but everything's so damn lit up,
you
know?
His nutsack was cold.
Maybe.
I will tell you, since I stood in that fire gear for multiple hours, completely covered in sweat, and it was like a middle of the night call, so I was just wearing some shorts, and my boxers started riding up because of the shorts, and my legs are chafed to shit where the boxers rode up and then just got soaked from my sweat from being in the turnout gear the whole time.
Well, you should at least have like some butt paste or something at your house because you have kids, right?
We definitely have butt paste in my house, and I haven't used the butt paste yet, but
that shit works. I got chaffed real bad one time at a concert in Vegas.
It's so messy though.
It is. I mean,
oh, they're right there. They're a creeper right there, huh?
Where? Son of a bitch!
He's right by the books, man. he's at the library. Well, I got him once, and I backed away because I wanted him to respond. I didn't realize you were like. I think it looks like. Whoa! He completely path found all the way around and popped up this hole.
Jesus Christ!
That was.
What's all these mushrooms right here? Is that natural?
Yes, those were there, if I recall, at the very beginning.
I feel like there's so much light here. How are they spawning? It looks like damn UHC or something over here.
I mean, Prion did say he wants to play UHC right now.
That's what it feels like we're doing. We just straight ignored him when he said that. I don't know how serious he was. If he was serious, though, he's disappointed.
I mean, I told him, sure.
Oh, did you?
That's why I thought he was gonna, like, he was looking at us or something. Start
killing us. Well, he did say he was gonna teleport us into random spots on the map.
Oh, I didn't see that message.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't pay attention.
Try to light this up even.
There are zombies chasing you.
Are there?
Yeah, like they were. I think they're
I don't even
chasing
see
me
them
now because it's they were down that pit that you walked by, but there was like 5 of them like marched all up the side of it at the same time.
Oh, I hears them. Oh, here they come. Kill them. I guess it's kind of. It is very dark over there.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, this pit's pretty dark. This is an endless battle right here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go over there and try to light that right now.
I mean, look straight ahead. There's just like a ridiculous amount of creepers and skeletons, and
I'm surprised they can path from that far. To be honest, the zombies.
That is really far to pass from.
Well, I guess we should end it here. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'm surprised this mushroom walked all the way over here too. By the way.
Hey, he's escaping.
Like
in the next episode, we'll build a competitor's bookstore to veterans bookstore.
I can't wait till we do that. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you all next time.
All right. See you guys.